I feel like I'm being punked or something. Like, the past 2 manga I've read, characters are losing arms. What the fuck is going on? Let's go. So the entirety of this chapter was a battle chapter with Ichibei and Bach, both of them talking a lot of shit. Definitely a lot of trash talk in this chapter, which kind of makes it interesting that, like, both of them, you could tell there's some personal wedge that is making it. Like, you got Ichibei saying, I'm not trying to embarrass you. Baka saying everything in this world is for my taking. So a lot of shit talk, which kind of gives a little subtle context that both of them know each other very well. Once again, you know, just kind of teasing a bit of the history of Bach and them. Now, Bach is kind of giving me a little bit of that Boo or Cell type of feel, in a sense of him being able to regenerate everything. You take his powers, you take whatever, he can pretty much regenerate anything, but it's to an even further extent because, like, those characters, they can regenerate limbs. This guy literally took half his power away. He's like, okay, I can put it back. Although, to be honest with you, there is something that I'm kind of thinking, like, he has all these amazing abilities and everything, but I think that there's something maybe in the Soul Palace that he's looking for to basically stop probably old age or something, because I know it's something very odd, but if you look from the very beginning, and again, this is out there, really out there, but from the very beginning, you've seen that Yhwach's mustache has gotten very thick, and it's almost as if he's, like, aged a lot since the beginning that we've seen him up until now. Now, that could be an artistic, you know, change or whatever, but remember, he had to rush back to the Vondenrake, and we didn't know why. He was like, oh, he's almost out of time. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he's on a time limit when he's not inside the Vondenrake, and basically, that's why he's trying to get things done as quick as possible and using all the Quincy. So maybe while he's able to regenerate all these powers and everything, ultimately, the one thing he can't stop is himself from dying, unless maybe he gets whatever the Soul King has. It's also interesting that he talks that everything in this world is his, like, so he basically, in a sense, truly wants to become God. He feels like he has some Gilgamesh complex, that everything in this world belongs to him naturally. And Ichibei, like, really, you gotta talk that talk, like, Ichibei basically saying, I don't want to embarrass all the Quincy, I don't want to shame them, so it's like, damn, Ichibei, like, why are you talking so much shit for? I was surprised to see the return of Blue Vein, but it was bound to come about. And to be honest with you, the way this fight is going, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this is not even truly Bach yet again. This is some sort of Quincy yet again, or some sort of trick from Bach. Because even though, yeah, he's definitely, like, pulling out a lot of stops and he's looking very promising, ultimately, like, wasn't he with Uryu and Hoshwald while they were heading towards the Soul King anyway? I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this is just another fucking trick or something from Bach. Because let's be real here, for all intents and purposes, unless that's actually a clone or something, Bach is gonna beat Ichibei. Bach's the final villain, and yeah, if his plans are gonna continue, and ultimately since Ichigo technically is the main character, and he has to put him down, it's only a matter of time until Bach puts Ichibei down. Finding out a little bit more about Blue Vein as well, that basically it, like, absorbs everything that's inside of it to basically keep it going. So it's more than just a defensive attack. Anything that gets inside of it basically goes on the offense. So even though it's called the ultimate defense, in a sense, the ultimate defense is a very good offense. And it was a little bit confusing towards the end when basically Ichibei went for Bach's neck, jumping inside of the, you know, the Blue Vein or whatever. Did he, in a sense, like, kill his own arm off because he was like, you think I'd just let you take it, when Bach was trying to take it from him, basically saying this arm is mine? So he, in a sense, chopped off or made his own arm explode or whatever off of him. Like, that's even more badass than, to be honest with you, like, somebody cutting it off. Because somebody cutting it off, that's fucked up. But he was like, you ain't having it. Definitely a lot of pride with these characters as well. And again, there's a thin line between love and hate. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised, again, like, going back to my theory of, you know, Bach being a part of this palace at some given point. Maybe at one point Ichibei cared for him, and he's like, you went down such a dark path, I'm gonna fuck you up. That thin line. And then at the end of the chapter, it seems as though Ichibei went into, I'm guessing that's like his Shikai Ichimonji blackout. I don't know if that's actually a Shikai or not, but I'm assuming that is. And it's kind of like, okay, his back isn't 100% up against the wall yet. It's not like he's completely been defeated, although seemingly he lost a limb, he lost his arm, or he made himself lose his arm before, you know, Bach actually took it. But definitely that's showing that Bach is giving him a run for his money, so he's having to go the next step further. I ain't gonna lie, I really want to see a Bankai from one of the Zero Division. And overall, a good chapter, mainly a battle chapter, not too much on the progression, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, he's going to Shikai form, and he lost a limb, but the fight is nonetheless continuing, and they don't really seem to be slowing down either of them. Like, even after losing a limb, and after him choking the fuck out of Bach and everything he's done to him, Bach is still fine, which is kind of gonna make Bach a little bit OP in a sense. If he has the regeneration without even having the Hogyoku, he basically has some of the same effects as, like, what, is he the originator of the Hogyoku? So yeah, I'm gonna give this one 7 out of 10. Good fight for the most part, really fucking just, you know, gritty again. I feel like, I don't know what's up with manga this week, like people losing arms left and right, but yeah. Hopefully not too much longer with this fight, because in all honesty, like, while it's actually a pretty cool fight, we know that there's some other shit coming, and again, where the fuck is Aizen? I know that's random. But let me know what you thought of this fight. Did Ichibei actually, like, explode his own arm? Or what the fuck was that about? And was that a Shikai at the end? And do you think that that's actually Bach? Or is it yet again another one of his little tricks? You know, bro, thoughts of the chapter. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.